my Lorac Pro Palette. And the reason why I love this palette is because it has, I'm going to say it's 8 matte shades at the top and 8 shimmer shades at the bottom. The reason why I like this palette is because it's versatile, it's natural, you can do a lot of looks with it. It's really, really good for someone who wants a one-stop shop for all their eye makeup looks. If you don't like a lot of color, if you just want to do a smoky eye, if you want to do maybe amp it up with just a little bit of color, a little bit of pinks or purples, this is definitely something that I would recommend that you get. You can get it from Sephora or Ulta. And I got mine from Ulta. And if you buy a lot of stuff from Ulta, I recommend starting off with like a Wet n Wild palette or one of the e.l.f. palettes, because that's something that anyone can go and buy at the drugstore. It's something that that's affordable. I think this was like maybe $5 or something. I can't remember. But I got this from Walgreens, and it's really, really good because it has just those simple neutral shades that, you know, you can play around with. And it even shows you on the back how to do a simple eye look. So that's really, really good and helpful for my girls who are on a budget. So one key thing into making sure that your eye makeup stays on is, of course, priming. So since we've primed the rest of our face, we're going to go ahead and prime our eyes too. You can use any type of eye primer that you want to use. You can use e.l.f.'s eye primer, you can use Urban Decay's eye primer, you can use, I got this free one from Lorac, I got that, and then I also went ahead and I bought MAC Soft Ochre primer. For me personally, I use MAC Soft Ochre primer because my eyelids get very, it doesn't matter what type of base that I use, that's like a cream base or something that's of a thinner consistency. I can't use that because my eye makeup creases, and it don't matter if it's high end, low end, or whatever, it just doesn't work for me. So for me, that's something that I like to use by MAC. So I'm gonna actually take this and put this all over my eye, but I'm gonna follow up with my MAC paint pot. So I'm just gonna take this and just rub it all on my eyelid and really get into that crease area for me. So this is kind of like double priming my eyes, and you don't have to do that. But I just like to make sure that my stuff is gonna stay. And it also neutralizes the darkness on your eyes. And so I really, really like that. Because everybody has like a little bit of discoloration on their eyelid. You can either use a matte shade or something with a little bit of shimmer in it. I don't really like to use most matte shades on my eyes, on my eyelids. I find that it looks kind of washed out for me, but it's up to you. So I'm just going to take this pewter color and I'm just going to pack it on to my lid. Next, I'm going to take a brush. It's a Crease Brush by e.l.f. and this is just something that looks like this. You can get it from the drugstore. And I'm going to take something that's a little bit darker, and I'm going to put that in my crease area. And this is just to add some definition to the eye. So I'm going to take this sable color here, and I'm going to add that in my crease. Really, really gently. Take a fluffier brush, and this is Sonia Kashuk's blending brush. I'm going to take that and I'm going to really just kind of rub out those harsh lines. Make sure everything is blended together. And honestly, if you wanted to stop there, you can stop there. But for me, I'm going to go back in. I'm going to take a little bit of a darker color. And I'm going to put that right on that corner of my eye. And it's just to give it a little bit more definition. Since we're doing eye looks, we're going to conceal up under our eyes. So I already prepped my eyes like I did earlier in the video. And I'm going to take my LA Girls Pro Concealer and I'm just going to put some of that on the back of my hand. And the reason why I like to put stuff on the back of my hand is because it warms the product up and allows it to, go a little bit more smooth on the face. So I'm going to conceal my dark circles, and if you have really dark circles kind of like me, you can do this or you can use a corrector, but this is a warmer tone concealer, so it'll help me correct this blue and purple up under my eyes. So I'm going to take my concealer and I'm going to just kind of draw out this, and I'm kind of just going to go like in a triangle here. So you just want to go like from the nose to the corner of the eye and then back. Like a rounder, bigger blending brush, but I use this specifically for my up under my eyes. So I'm gonna take it and just kind of just blend out those harsh lines. And really just conceal that circle. So I'm going to do the other side. You guys remember that 2 to 3 shades lighter thing that I was talking about earlier? Or 1 to 2 shades lighter? This is what I mean. So this is my highlight color. It's a little bit, it's almost the same shade, but I've added some to make it just a little bit darker. So I'm actually going to highlight up under my eyes. And just make me look more awake. And it's about it being a soft highlight. See how I'm looking a lot more awake? really makes you look a lot more wig. I know I look like a tribal person, but this doesn't really take that long. So you just want to really take it and really blend. Because if you go any lighter than this, you're going to look really ashy, and you don't want that. You want it to look natural, because naturally the sun hits your face here, here, and then here. So you want to try to mimic that, what your natural face is. Because everyone's face is not just one color, it's more than one. Alright guys, so that is